Hi, Mark Mitchell from Wizard Strategy. I want to talk to you today about trade shows. And if you follow me at all, you know that I'm not a big fan of trade shows. That I think most companies, I'm going to say 70% of companies to me should not go to trade shows. Okay? And it's because they don't do them correctly. Okay? Trade shows can be a valuable marketing tool for companies that approach it correctly, but most of them don't. The second thing I don't like about trade shows is handing out literature at the trade show. Okay, the biggest reason is that you give them you give the attendee a piece of literature. 70% of the time, I think it ends up, or 72, I think I read, it ends up in the trash can in the hotel room. So what good did that do? Okay. The second and probably most important reason is it gives you miss an opportunity to follow up with the customer and prospect and have another point of contact. So if they've come to your booth and you've captured their lead, rather than handing them a piece of literature, then a week later, mail them a copy of your literature. And now you have a reason to pick up the phone and call them. You have a reason to email them, inquiring about, did you get our literature? Have you had time to look at it? Do you have any questions? Yeah. So if you think about the old rule of sales that it takes 5 or 7 communications or contacts with a customer until you make a sale, particularly in business to business. So 1, you made a contact at the trade show. 2, you mailed them a piece of literature. And 3, you followed up. Okay, so there's 3 of your 5 to 7 right there, where if they come to the trade show and you hand them a piece of literature, you've now taken 2 opportunities and turned them into 1, and you have less of a reason to follow up with them because you're just one of 20 companies the week after the show going, thank you for stopping by our booth, which when they see that subject line, they usually don't even waste their time opening it. Okay? Now, if you're, so I don't agree with giving out literature, but one thing I do like is I love these literature bags, okay? Now they've come in and out of vogue, and they started out being cheap pieces of plastic with some graphics, usually, I'm sorry, but really ugly graphics. It's like, let's put everything we can about the company on here. It's more of a detailed ad or data sheet than it is an ad for the company. Okay? Now, in building materials, you say GAF, everybody knows what that is. You don't need to say any more. They don't even need to say roofing on here. Okay? Now, that's an enviable position to be in that most companies are not. But I like how clean these graphics are. I also like this is made out of they invested in a better quality fabric or material. So this is going to last. When this goes home, this is going to stay. There's a higher likelihood it's not going to go in the trash. There's a higher likelihood that either I'm going to use this, I'm going to have this laying around when I need a bag, or in Boulder, my wife is going to use this to go grocery shopping. Because if you don't take your own bag, the whole store stops and stares at you like the walk of shame that how dare you not have your own bags. So bags are very important in Boulder. Now, this one was nicely done, but I went recently to a painter's convention, and I came across this, which just blew me away, because I also love people who break rules and try new things. I came across this bag from Behr Paint. I mean, look at this thing. Look at the size of this thing. Here's a normal size GAF bag, okay? Look at this Behr bag. Oh my gosh, okay? This is now my wife's new favorite bag, okay? She uses this. I see this bag 2 or 3 times a week as she's going off to the grocery store or the laundry or wherever she's going. She loves this bag. Now, she loves it because of its size, but she also loves it because it's just nice and clean graphics. And the second thing is it's made of a really good, I don't know what I'm not a fabric expert, but it seems to be a coated fabric. That is going to wash off and so forth. And I'm not talking about a bag that's going to last years. I'm just talking about a bag that once again, you go to a trade show, you come home with a bag. Now, every day, if I were a painter, which I'm not, Behr should love the fact that I'm seeing this, over and over and over again after the show. It's a constant reminder. Okay? So I just wanted to share. I love to share things that I see that are are new, unique, and a great use, a great marketing tool. And I think I really like the idea of like, here's a big bag. And many people look and say, well, I can buy 5,000 cheap bags as much as I can buy same price as 1,000 really good bags. And I will say, go with the 1,000, run out of them intentionally every day. That creates more interest and demand. People will walk up and say, where did you get that bag? And they will intentionally walk over to the Bear booth or your booth to ask for a bag. If they don't have it, it's like, oh, wow, Bear is really popular. You know, I'll have to come back tomorrow when they're going to have more. Okay? So I'd rather, you know, make a very powerful connection with fewer people than a mediocre connection with a lot of people. Okay? So I just wanted to share this with you because I just love it, you know, when I see original new ideas that kind of break out of the mold, and Bear did a fantastic job of it. Take care. Mark Mitchell from Wizard Strategy.